Next up, we're going to check out a sequence that was cut from the train sequence, the stuff with Chris Rock and Linda Fiorentino on the train. And the scene that's in the movie is pretty much a condensed version of this scene. There's just a lot more information. You'll notice the theme, the running theme in all this cut footage is that it's essentially the same scene, just we say a lot more in it, and maybe it's not all useful. Because I feel as a filmmaker, it's your duty to actually tell as concise a story as possible. Paul Thomas Anderson, I hope you're listening. Impart as much information in as little time as possible, and don't be so showy and flowery with your language and pretentious and bore the hell out of the audience. So we tried not to do that on Dogma, and hopefully we succeeded, particularly in this sequence right here, which if you go match it against what's in the movie, you'll see same thing imparted, but just a lot more,
much longer,
a lot more said to get to the same point.
Overall, it's interesting that you bring that up because a lot of people have this fabled vision of the 3-hour cut of Dogma having these grand sequences that aren't in the final cut, and you know, when you look at these deleted scenes, you realize most of this stuff is in the final film. It's just much longer here.
Absolutely. People seem to think that the longer version is the quote-unquote director's cut. Not at all. The movie that you saw in theaters and that's here on the disc, that is the director's cut of the movie. There's nothing that I'm like, man, I wish we had kept that in. I mean, that's pretty much everything you're seeing in the flick is the director's cut. And if we had put out the 3-hour plus version of the movie, it would have been abysmal. It would have been really bad, which is why we didn't even include it on this disc. We're just too embarrassed to show you. It's easy to show you stuff out of context, but imagine we showed you a 3-hour and 15-minute version of the movie. Crap, you guys never come back. Some of you probably already left.
Probably follow through on those death threats.
We'd see a lot of action on those death threats. So check out this sequence and compare it to the one that's in the flick, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
How you coping, kid?
Oh, it's weird. Just when I think I have a handle on things, something wholly unbelievable presents itself. Sometimes I wish I'd just stayed home.
You sound like the man.
What's he like?
Jesus. Black.
Besides that.
Besides that, he likes to listen to people talk. Says it sounds like music to him. Christ loved to sit around the fire with the guys and listen to us talk about the Romans or who was or wasn't getting laid. You know, whenever we were going on about unimportant shit, he always had a smile on his face.
Well, maybe because not having anything of value to say was a luxury he was never granted.
Could be. Could be. But he is a booster, though always pulling for humanity. Calls us his alma mater. His only real beef with mankind is the shit that gets carried out in his name. Wars, bigotry, televangelism. The big one, though, is the factioning of all the religions. He said mankind got it all wrong by taking a good idea and building a belief structure on it.
You're saying having a belief is a bad thing?
I just think it's better to have ideas. I mean, you can change an idea. Changing a belief is trickier. I mean, life should be malleable, but beliefs anchor you to certain points, limit growth, and life becomes stagnant. That's another thing that Christ didn't like. Still life. He wants everyone to be as enthralled with living as he was. I mean, the man loved being human. Probably why he was so good at it. You know, he's the only person I've ever known that's never engaged in that most time-honored of all life-affirming activities.
Sex.
Debate. That's the only way most folks know how to confirm they're alive. I mean, we debate about everything. And we fight about who's right, who's wrong. We fight ourselves, we fight death, we fight over beliefs, we fight over fights. It's as if we think that to stop debating in any fashion is to stop being vital. I mean, hell, even I'm guilty of it myself, the way I go on about the issue of Christ's ethnicity, always fighting for the truth to be told, and I'm dead. I mean, even in death, the only way I know how to truly live is through debate. It's sad, ain't it?
Not if you believe it's important for people to know.
A belief's a dangerous thing, Bethany. People die for it. People kill for it. The whole of existence is in jeopardy right now because of the Catholic belief structure regarding this plenary indulgence bullshit. Bartleby and Loki, whether they know it or not, are exploiting that belief. And if they're successful, You and me, all of this ends in a heartbeat, all over a belief. You know, I haven't seen the Moron twins in a while. How about you?
They went to the lounge car to smoke. I'll go get them, make sure they're not getting into any trouble.
I'm gonna catch a few Z's right here. You know, I forgot how tiring living can be. Made even more so by listening to that kid pop all this junk. He said he's gonna wax your ass like mop and glow. What's that mean? Is that some new slang for sex? What the hell's going on?